Hey guys, what's up? Rebecca Diaz-Avedo going live here inside of the Art of Building a Successful Massage Practice. Guys, I want to tell you, I'm here for one purpose. I'm here to elevate the massage therapy industry because you all want that. Yes, I have never met a massage therapist that said they didn't want to be treated with more respect or taken more seriously or truly understood for the healers that they are. And I've just found there's a huge gap between what the world thinks we do in most places and what we actually do. But the change is going to come from within, like all changes. But specifically, today we're going to hit this topic of naming your business. We've talked about this a few times over the last couple of years, and it's one of my favorite topics because one of the things that I teach and train in my coaching program with my students is that you have got to be congruent across the board. You got to be congruent with your messaging, your niche, and everything. You cannot easily build a successful massage practice without a well-defined niche. I'm doing this for emphasis because some of you still haven't heard me, even though I've said it 1,000 times. So the name of your business is really, really, really important if you want to be taken seriously, if you want to attract the right clients, if you want to be known as a specialist, if you want to get, for example, referrals from doctors or other providers in the community. So it's really, really important. Your name can absolutely make or break you. And I've tagged a couple of you. Hi, Brent. Nice to see you. I've tagged a couple of you because you commented on my last Facebook Live that you wanted feedback on your business name. So I'm going to give that feedback to you. I'm going to be just brutally honest. But before I do that, I want to outline my rules for naming your business so that you have a context for what it is that I'm about to say. Okay, so the name of your business should accomplish a couple things. Number one, it should be clear. It should be clear. Clear about what? Clear about who you are, what you offer, who you serve. Try to avoid things that are overly clever or cutesy or puns or play on words. That's confusing to people, okay? The second thing it should do is it should establish you as an expert. It should establish your authority and it should make you look like an expert. That's also important given what I said at the beginning of this broadcast. I am committed to elevating this industry by empowering massage therapists to run successful businesses and to be thinking like a successful business owner, okay? The third thing is it should be original and uncopyable. In other words, it should not be a generic name. There are a lot of generic business names out there, and the problem with that is that, well, they're generic, which means they're forgettable by your clients and people that see any of your advertising. But you're gonna create confusion if your business has the same name as somebody else or something really, really close. Even if you're not in the same state, it becomes a battle of web properties and Facebook properties and things like that, okay? So those are the three things it should accomplish. Again, to repeat, it should be clear, it should establish your authority and make you look like an expert, and it should be original and uncopyable. All right, here are a couple of other things. Guidelines. It should also make sense and clearly reflect whatever it is that you're doing or offering to your clients. I give this example. There was literally a business I came across in my travels called Magical Fingertips Sports Spa. I'm so confused. Magical Fingertips Sports Spa. Okay, so do you get that's like it's just confusing to people. It's like I have to spend way too many brain calories to figure out what the hell that even means. You've already lost me as a potential client. Okay. The next thing you should also do is definitely stay away from anything that could be construed as sexual or sensual or questionable. In most places, massage therapists are separate. They're not sex workers. They don't like to be lumped in with sex workers, whether that's legal or illegal or your jam or not. I'm speaking to licensed, certified, and registered massage therapists. So we're going to assume that that's not part of what you do. So you should stay away from things like sensual hands, magic hands, angel hands, gentleman's massage, palms, magic palms, paradise massage. Those are all euphemisms for sex. All you have to do is listen to rock and roll of the 60s and 70s, okay? And any of those things are euphemisms for sex, for orgasm, all of that stuff. So you want to stay away from that. And if you have a lot of creepers coming into your practice or people coming in with the wrong idea and you have a name like that, that's probably why. 90% probably why. And then the last thing it should do is it should appeal to the kind of clients that you want to attract. So for example, if you're doing post-surgical lymphedema, it should not be, blooming blossom therapeutic massage or something. It should be like something clinical massage or something medical massage. Like it should overall appeal to and draw in and create trust with the kind of people that you want to work with. So that's like 6 things that I pointed out. Okay. So now I am going to pull up, let's see, Brent. We've got Cherie. We've got Yesenia. I think those are the 3 that asked for feedback. And if you're watching or you want feedback, just comment below. If I didn't name you, that's fine. Okay, so Brent, your business name is New Beginnings Therapeutic Massage Studio. The problem with that, Brent, is that it's generic. Okay, New Beginnings Therapeutic Massage Studio would be great for a prenatal practice or infant or pediatric practice. So you can't name a business without a niche. And I can't accurately give you feedback on your business name without knowing what your niche is. But this is kind of good because I'm just like reaching blindly here. So Brent, I know you're watching. If you want to tell me what your niche is, then I can give you even more valuable coaching surrounding that. Okay. But if you guys watched the last Facebook Live I did last Friday, I mapped out the steps to building a practice. Number 1, it's connecting to your purpose and your niche. And number 2 is naming your business strategically. So what a lot of massage therapists do is they name their business without a niche, and that's a mistake. Or they have a niche, but they don't name their business strategically. So Brent, this is where yours would be in violation of my rules. Is number 1, it's not super clear about what you do. I mean, massage therapy, but okay, cool. It doesn't really establish your authority. It doesn't clearly reflect what you offer your clients. And yeah, just doesn't sound, it's just kind of generic. Okay. So again, it's not a bad name, you guys. But it's just that you could benefit from thinking strategically about it because, guys, I'm telling you, I've said this many times and I've proven it over and over and over again with my students. They'll come into my mentoring program and they'll say, oh, this is the name of my business. And it's always been the name of my business. It's been that for 10 years and I love the name of my business. And I say, okay, but you could have a better one that would make you more money because it makes you more visible to the clients that you want to serve. And then finally, it's like this arm wrestling match. Right? I'm like, if you're going to hire me as your coach, you should probably listen to what I say. At least consider it. So 9 times out of 10 with those people, when they change their name to something that meets the right criteria and is strategic, it blows their mind how quickly their phone starts ringing from people finding them on Google. Like, it makes them visible. It's amazing. It can literally, the name of your business can add $10, $20, $50,000 a year to your revenue if you do it right. Okay. In fact, when I sold my clinic, when I sold the assets, I estimated that the name alone, the URL brought in at least $50,000 a year in revenue just sitting there. In other words, if I did nothing else to market or to pull in clients or to network with people, if all I did was just have my website, it would bring in at least $50,000 a year because it was named so well. So that's what you want. You want to think your name is an asset of your business and you want it to attract the right clients. Okay, so Brent, awesome. So you work on people with chronic issues and post-surgeries. Okay, I got it. So do you agree or disagree? The New Beginnings Therapeutic Massage Studio, that would be great for a prenatal practice. I get in your context might be new beginnings like post-surgeries, but what kind of surgeries? Is it cosmetic surgery? Is it orthopedic surgery? Is it plastic surgery? Well, I guess I just said that, cosmetic surgery. But okay, so again, not bad, but it's not dialed in. And I just think you could have a better name that works harder for you. Brent, you are also generous enough to say your slogan is where pain ends and life begins. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am not a fan of slogans in massage practices. They're usually kind of corny and they can hurt your credibility. Okay. A slogan, a catchphrase, your pain is my problem. Not your average massage therapist. They're a little cringy. So I would recommend instead you have a very, very clear tagline, which in your case, Brent, let's say, Brent, you go ahead and, by the way, Brent, if you have headphones and you're in a place quiet, I can pull you up on camera if you want to, if you're willing and want to talk to me, just let me know. If not, that's totally fine. Far better, Brent, if you're going to keep the name New Beginnings Therapeutic Massage Studio, your tagline would be specializing in chronic pain and post-surgical or chronic pain and post-surgical recovery. Like, say the damn thing. Like, say what you do. And here's case in point, okay? Let's say my niche was prenatal massage. And my business is called New Beginnings Therapeutic Massage Studio. Okay? Then the tagline would be specializing in pain relief for pregnancy and parenthood. Something along those lines. Does that make sense? So that's where your tagline can really save you, is that it actually just tells people what you do. Otherwise, vague and generic is the biggest, I want to say, violation of my criteria with your name. Okay, I appreciate it. You're driving and all that good stuff. Okay, so that's what I have for you. And by the way, you guys, if you want my full-blown lesson on this, I have this incredible program called Jumpstart Your Massage Practice. That's open to everyone. It's not like my academy where we have to interview you and stuff. It is $9.97. We can even split it down into 2 payments. And I walk you through knowing your niche. I walk you through how to name your business. I walk you through, is your business set up legally? We even walk you through all the money mindset fears, which is totally worth the price of admission right there. So if you want information on that, you can just comment below. We're working on getting the website, all that stuff set up, but I can just send you the information and link if you DM me through my coaching page or just comment below, okay? Yeah, it makes sense, Brent, doesn't it? Yeah, totally. So I want you guys to, this is like the 4 cornerstones of building a practice, is knowing your niche, naming it strategically, naming your business strategically, also knowing that your business is actually a business. I can't tell you how many massage therapists I hear from that want my help that aren't even actually, they think they're running a business legally and they're actually not. Or they're trying to stay under the radar, but you can't grow a business and try to remain hidden at the same time. That's a conflict of interest. So anyway, I walk it all, map all of that out for you in the Jumpstart course, but those are the 4 real pillars. And then the mindset work, you guys, mindset is everything, mindset is everything, mindset is everything. Working through your fears, your money blocks, raising your rates, knowing your numbers, that's all included in Jumpstart as well. So you're all invited to hop into that anytime. It's just a do-it-yourself course and you'll love it. Okay, Cherie, on to Cherie. Thank you, Brent. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for being a part of the community. And thanks for jumping in and throwing your hat in the ring and saying, I'm coachable. All right. Okay, so on to Cherie. Cherie's business name is Pamper Yourself Massage Therapy. That's not a great name. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not a good name at all. Again, unless she says, when I first got started 15 years ago, I focused on pampering women primarily, not knowing that over time my passion would change to wanting to help people get out of pain while still offering a pampering experience. My goal is to help them live their highest quality of life by bringing their body back into balance, in turn decreasing pain and improving their mental state too. Thank you for all your wisdom and time you share with us. You're so welcome. Okay, so Cherie, if I was your coach and I was working with you in my program, I would require that you change your name. I know you've had it for 15 years, but it's such not a vibrational match for what you're about. And pamper, again, people don't take that seriously. People don't see you as like a necessity. Pampering is frivolous. Pampering is what you do on Valentine's Day. Pampering is what you do on Mother's Day. Pampering is like an occasion where you just, I just need it. It's like the typical 1950s like spa, the lady with the turban on her head and the cucumbers on her eyes and the goo on her face and she's got all of the people taking care of her. That is usually the picture that people have when they think of pamper, and I think it degrades you a little bit. That's my opinion on that. So I would recommend a name change on that one for sure. Okay. Yesenia, and thank you also, Cherie. I love your participation. I love all of the questions you ask and all of those good things. I love the way you participate. So thank you for that. And again, being courageous and raising your hand and asking for coaching on that. Okay, so Yesenia, you're up next. Yours is First Love Yourself Massage Therapy. Bad name. That can totally be construed as sexual or sensual. Okay, now again, I don't know what your niche is, but I can't think of a niche in which I would recommend that name. First of all, it's not authoritative. It doesn't clearly state what you do. It is generic. It can totally be misconstrued. And I think another thing I should add to my list of criteria is that, or at least expand on, I think it's number 6 there, is that the name has to be meaningful to the client, not to you. Another mistake a lot of massage therapists make is they choose a name for their business that's meaningful to them. Like, oh, I'm going to name it after my great grandma Gigi, or, Gigi Therapeutic Massage, or, all of that stuff. And it's like, it doesn't mean that the client can't connect with that. And if you have to give a big story about why you named it that way, then you're definitely off on the wrong foot. Okay. So first, love yourself massage therapy. It's just not a good name. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So there you go. That's those are the people that had raised their hands in advance to ask for coaching. And then let's see, there was something else that I wanted to address today, and I have to go back to where I posted it. No, I can't see it. Okay, this was something that just came up as I was driving today and thinking about you guys. Like, I am always thinking about you guys. What I want to leave you with today is it's about competition, okay? And here's what I want to say, and I want you to write this down. I do not have competition. You do not have competition. Competition does not exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And here's why I was thinking this. I came from my dentist. Me and my kids got our teeth cleaned today. Sparkle. We got our teeth cleaned today. And as I was leaving the office complex, it was dentist, 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 dentist. Right? You guys probably live in places where you drive past something and it's like chiropractor, chiropractor, doctor, doctor, surgeon, surgeon, MD, MD, dentist, dentist, dentist. And they're in a medical office plaza. Those dentists, if they behaved like some massage therapists I know, would be angry that there was another dentist in the building. They would be upset that somebody else was on their marquee offering dentistry. So there is no competition. There is no competition. In fact, it's really great when people band together. But why I say there is no competition, because I want you to be completely free from this fear. There's no competition because there's only one you. Also, there's no competition because everybody should have a niche. Do I have to repeat this again? Everybody should have a niche. There is no competition if you have a niche and you're all body workers, but one of you does prenatal work, one of you works with trauma survivors, one of you works with people seniors, somebody does prenatal massage, somebody works with triathletes, somebody works with CrossFitters, so bodybuilders. Like, even if there are 2 therapists in the same complex or even office that have the same niche, there are clients for everyone. There's enough clients for everyone. And I firmly believe that it is the belief and attitude of scarcity in our industry that is one of the things that's eroding it from the inside. Scarcity is what has you lower your rates to compete. Why would you lower your rates? Why would you base your rates on what other massage therapists charge? That's about competition. There is no competition. I have therapists that charge $40 an hour, well, before working with me, charging $40 an hour. And they are so convinced that they couldn't raise their rates. And yet in the same area, maybe somebody else that I've coached is charging $150. And they actually have clients and they're actually fully booked and they have a waiting list. So it's a pattern I want to interrupt in y'all's thinking about this. But it starts with understanding, trying on, believing there is no competition. We're all in like a symphony together. The oboe has a place, the bassoon has a place, the trumpet has a place, the French horn has a place. They have their own lines. They have their own music written out. And when they all come together, it's a beautiful musical experience. And that's my vision for the massage therapy industry, is that people know who they are and they have a place. They have their own unique spot and they say, I'm the best at being me. I get to shine my light in this way, and this person, Terrence gets to shine his light in this way, and Alonzo gets to shine his light in this way, and Brittany gets to shine her light in this way. And that we can look to each other as a resource and say, you know what? I don't do what Brittany does, but you should go to Brittany because she's better to serve you. Or, you know what? Not quite a good vibe fit for me. It would be better for you to go with Heather. That we can all serve and support each other. But that comes from being first and foremost, like I said, step one, if I have where do I have my little paper that I've been working on for you guys? It's in here somewhere. I would like to show it to you as a visual aid, and I don't know where it is. I cleaned up too well today. Is number one, being connected to your purpose. That is step one in building a massage practice, is being connected to your purpose. And it's not to give great massages. I promise you, you got to dig a little bit deeper than that. Inside of you, there's a calling, there's a desire. You're a healer. You had some idea. You've had something tap you on the shoulder, something speak to your intuition to say, you should pay attention to that. And massage therapy becomes the vehicle through which you can serve those people, or serve them in the kind of way that you want to, have the kind of impact that you want to have. Is this making sense? It's not just about giving great massages. When I started my massage practice, restarted in 2009. Those of you that haven't watched my 45-minute webinar, go get it on my website. It's rockyourmassagepractice.com. It's now set. You can watch it. It starts like every 5 minutes, the replays of it. So you can just go and it's like on demand. Go watch it. But those of you that have watched it, I'm sorry, I'm repeating here. But when I rebuilt my practice in 2009, as a prenatal massage practice, it wasn't because I liked giving prenatal massages. In fact, I'd given like 5 in my entire career. It was because I had given birth. I had given birth to 2 boys in a 2-year period, that when I started my practice, they were 5 months and 2 years and 5 months. And I was so transformed by incredibly positive, empowered birth experiences as a woman, that when I shared how empowering my birth experiences were, my friends looked at me like I was crazy because their births weren't like that. And one of my friends said to me, we were cheerleaders in high school together, and she's like, you know, birth is amazing no matter how it goes down, right? It's incredible to like give life. She said, but you've accessed a world that none of us even know exists by the way you chose to give birth. You know, at home with midwives and the water, you know, all that stuff. And to me, it became like something I just wanted to talk about. I wanted women to have a fighting chance at a birth experience that was ecstatic and not traumatic, like so many of my friends had had, and I know many of you have had. So I built my practice around a passion to empower birthing women and couples in their choices, so that they could feel uplifted and supported and loved and nurtured and not afraid. Now, bodywork was the tool that I had, so I used that. But that was just simply the vehicle through which my passion could come through. And so I maintain you have to get connected to your passion. That is the cornerstone of your business. And then from there, everything should be like a magnet dialed in to helping you actually monetize that, helping you to create a machine or a structure around it that helps you to find those clients. In my case, I just became a magnet for all the pregnant women in Salt Lake City, Utah. And there are a lot of pregnant women in Salt Lake City, Utah. But that was the key shift. That was shift number 1 I teach in my webinar. That alone was a huge key that differentiated the first decade of my career, which sucked. Sucked so bad I want to use cuss words right now. It sucked to be so passionate about helping people and then not have any people to help, or not make enough money doing it, not be able to do it. And then the second half of my career, which was amazeballs, like everything that I ever wanted. Is this making sense, you guys? Okay. Let me know if you have any questions about that or anything that we talked about so far today, especially if I know a lot of you are going to watch the replay like you always do. It's totally fine. So that's that. Okay, so we started out this broadcast about talking about why your name is so important. But remember, before your name, you have to get connected to your passion. You have to know why you're doing what you're doing and for what purpose you're doing what you're doing, so that you can create an untouchable, a business that is uniquely fueled by your desire to make a difference in the world, not just, have a busy practice or have enough clients or make enough money, those types of things, or something much bigger that when you get tapped into that, it's going to create the context for everything else that you do. So if there's any one thing I want you to take away from this broadcast, it's that when you have that in place, it makes it so much easier to build a sustainable, thriving practice, a crisis-proof practice, a practice that's going to give you everything that you want and more. Not only just personal fulfillment, but the financial fulfillment that allows you to live the life that you want to live, and you deserve that. Okay? You absolutely deserve that. All right, let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, just reach out. You can DM me. You could just comment below. If you have any other further questions, or just you don't know who the hell I am and what I'm doing here, just go over to rockyourmassagepractice.com. And yeah, love you guys. Keep on shining. We'll talk to you soon.